How's it going, people? Sam Slappy here, and a bit of RSQuest for you. This time we're doing the Deadliest catch. A friend of mine told me about this. It's actually pretty easy and gives you quite tidy rewards, so well worth doing. The quests you need to have completed are the Tower of Life and Druidic Ritual. You'll also need 67 Hunter, 70 Thieving, and 70 Fishing. Now, conveniently enough, you don't actually need any items, but I do recommend a couple of add-on tellies just to get back and forth a bit quicker. You start this quest over in the Fishing Guild. It's just north of Ardone. It's really easy to get to. And we need to be talking to Jones, which just happens to be outside the Fishing Guild's bank. So once you're ready, head inside and talk to him. He'll chat about trying to catch the legendary fish, the Thalassus. Okay, no. And eventually you can accept it, like that. And you'll be looking for a couple of items. What he's after is a sea chart, a giant harpoon, and an extra rower, which are all really easy to get hold of. You want to check all of the options in the chat section when you're talking to Jones to make sure you can do everything. And once you've finished all that, you need to head down towards the entrance of the Fishing Guild and look for the Master Fisherman, as we need to pickpocket from him the sea chart. It may take a couple of attempts, as it's not an easy steal. And eventually you'll get it. Once you've got the sea chart, you need to head back and talk to Jones. And he'll take the sea chart off you and then ask him about the rower. Not the rower, the harpoon. And eventually he'll say something along the lines of the Master Fisherman may be able to help. So once you've reached Abbott, just head down to the Master Fisherman again and talk to him, and he'll tell you about a friend of his called Linza, who normally makes all the fishing gear apparently. Now to find Linza, just head outside the Fishing Guild and head northwest. It's just south of Hemminster, and she'll be smithing by there. Right by you. And tell her about the fact that you're hunting the Thalassus and you need a harpoon. She'll agree to make one. Like that. And you can keep on talking to her if you want. I'm not sure if it actually matters, not by the looks of it. And once you've done that, head back and talk to Jones again, and hand him the harpoon. And then ask him about the rower, and we'll need to pick up big guns. Now, the guns you can find just south of Ardy, near the Tower of Life. And that's the next little section, so teleport to Ardone. Or run if you didn't bother bringing teleports. and talk to the guns. And he'll basically agree to help, but he needs a seasickness potion. And to get that, we need to get some lowland heather and builder's tea. You can get builder's tea by talking to this fella here, Bonafide. And he'll give you a flask of tea. Now the heather, I don't know if you can see it, but there's little small bushes with white dots on them. You need to keep searching these until eventually you find one which isn't infected by aphids. So it may take you a while, it may be instantaneous. But they're all around this Tower of Life, so it shouldn't take you too long. Like that. Use the heather with the tea and you'll make sea legs potion. Now go back and talk to the guns and you'll hand him the potion and he'll offer to take you back to the Fisherman's Guild. Agree. So talk to Jones whilst you're here, and agree to go hunt the Thalassus. And you'll eventually come to this. You'll be on the ocean surrounded by a bunch of debris, and as you can see there, the arrow flashing. Once you check that, it's kind of like hunting, where you gotta run around with a noose wand. As soon as you check it, it'll leave a bunch of flotsam heading in a certain direction. You just gotta check the debris in that area. But keep in mind, you can only make, I think it's 5 mistakes, and then you gotta start again from the beginning. But the combination will be the same. Unfortunately for those watching, I'm pretty sure this combination is different for everybody each time they do the quest, so as long as you get the basic idea, it's straightforward more or less. So eventually when you do it, the Thalassus will appear and Jones will try and be a hero and lob a harpoon at it, an epic fail. And Jones will get swallowed by the fish, you'll go overboard. And eventually wake up on an island. Right, so basically these things want to kill you. And eventually you'll get to the chat options. And you basically have to intimidate them more or less. There is a certain combination, so I'll tell you these as they come up. So for the first option, you need to choose the Thalassus as Eden Jones, the mighty fisherman. Which for me is the second option. The next one, you need to answer, it should, he's been hunted for decades. The third one is very horrid and he's killed the Thalassus, he'll probably come after you. The fourth option is trust me, I'm a great adventurer, I should know. The fifth option, did I mention Jones has a harpoon with him? And finally, the sixth option, it's no ordinary harpoon. If you happen to choose a different option from what I've just told you, it'll reset and you have to do it again. So, yeah. But eventually, they'll help you get back to your ship. And they'll tell you that you can feed a corambum to the Thalassus and he'll make it throw up, pretty much. So it's time to save Jones. Additionally, this time round, when you're searching all the debris, you can actually rummage through it, and you can pick up a couple of items if you want. Although none of it's really worth an incredible amount of money, so it's entirely up to you. You can get quite a few rubies though. Additionally, after you've actually completed this quest, you can do this a further 10 times. And I think it gives you roughly 38k extra hunting XP, so worth doing. And eventually the Thalassus will pop up again, and you'll save Jones. And that's it. See what I mean? Easy, quick quest. But the reward you get from it is awesome. Now that you've got the tooth from Thalassus, you need to head to Linza, the one who made your harpoon for you, just outside the fishing guild. In case you've forgotten, slightly northeast. And as soon as you give that to her, it's quest complete. Pretty much. So you'll chuck her the tooth, she'll say something like, "It's awesome, thanks," and then disappear, never to be seen again. Now just finally head back and talk to Jones, and that's the end of the game. That's the end of the quest. Job done. job done. So for doing this, you actually get 1 quest point, 70k fishing XP, 26k hunting XP, 8k thieving. On top of that, you can wield a small cast net and a big cast net, which you can buy from Jones. You've also got the option to hunt the Thalassus another 10 times for a total of about 46k XP extra, which is kind of beast. And you get a bunch of new bank deposit boxes, northwest of Bebbington Camp, south of the Elf Camp, west coast of Harmony Island, west coast of Mortmire Swamp, south of the Falconry, northeast of Polnovich, the south coast of Abertull, and south of Brimhaven. So quite a few things. Hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Next RSQuest will be Friday. See you then.